Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started.
Good morning, fellas. It's early for a stream. Holy shit. Holy shit. I can't be getting too pumped today. Maybe we can bring out the Viking if we get a little pre-market pump. What's going on, fellas? I gotta wake my stuff up a little bit. Holy shit. I haven't streamed this early, and God knows how long I streamed this early. I saw Rodney's like, it's too early, man. How can you be streaming at 8 a.m.? I got a meeting at 8. Man. I'm over here drinking tea because I forgot to go to the store and get some more coffee, so I'm hurting right now. What's up, Kennedy? Prickly Preppy. I saw Drew was in here. Drew is ready to go to Lululemon with his, he's ready to go to Orange Theory with his Lululemon. His Lululemon pants. Lululemon is the biggest scam, man. They sell sweatpants. Only Lululemon can sell sweatpants for like $200. How are you going to sell leggings? Leggings. The most thin material that you can possibly find for $200, right? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. If it was a shirt, you could probably get that same material like Gap, okay, for like 10 bucks. No lie. But hey, it's Lululemon. It's Lululemon, right? It's like when you go to Gucci and you get a plain white t-shirt that they printed Gucci on, and you got to pay $500 for that white t-shirt. Now you could probably pay $5 to get Gucci printed on it. Anyways, what's up, fellas? John said I'm up at 3:30. Woohoo! Nice, man. Chris said been up since 6. I didn't just wake up, but I don't have any coffee in me, so I'm like a grizzly old Grinch, but I don't have coffee. Anyways, what did we talk about yesterday, my friends? Everyone was bearish yesterday, okay? Now, it's very, very early day. Don't get me wrong. And we got to see what the DXY does this morning. But so far, so good. You're seeing some altcoins get a bounce off support. Who knew that you can get a bounce off support? It's almost like magic. It's almost like it's better to be bullish at support and bearish at resistance. It's like, boom. Wow. Holy shit. I never would have thought that worked. I'm going to save the trolling for tonight, to be honest, because it's too early for me to troll. Jordan doesn't, here's how it works. Jordan doesn't wake up and turn into a troll until around 1 p.m. Until 1 p.m., Jordan's not a troll. 1 p.m. turns, Jordan turns into a troll. Instantly, I start growing warts. I start turning green. Everything. It's a disgusting transformation, if you ask me. Big Rich did God candle on Vi. Nice, dude. Anyways, Bitcoin really didn't go anywhere. I mean, Bitcoin's up from like 22,643. We talked about this yesterday, right? I mean, just a simple bounce off support. Now, is it going to last? It's going to depend on what the DXY does today. We got a couple FOMC speakers. I think we got Bullard, we got Williams, we got Powell. We got the whole bunch speaking today. But anyways, you know, just a bounce, right? We got a second bounce. We got a third bounce. We were just playing a little bit of a bounce off support, okay? We're not looking for the moon, but as you know, if Bitcoin can get a small bounce, then altcoins can get a pretty nice bounce. And that's what you saw overnight today. Multiple altcoins up 5%, some up 6, 7, 8% overnight. That is why you play supports. Now we can start looking for some possible short entries if we were looking for those, right? Today is going to be a great day, said John. John, let me ask you guys in the chat. Is today going to be a green or red day for crypto? All right, it started out a little bit of green, but we know crypto can take a turn for the worst if things don't go our way. Let me look at before we get into Bitcoin. Let me look at the DXY real quick. DXY, it's kind of just chilling at the 618, right? Kind of little bits. I mean, the bears would say double top if this was Bitcoin's chart, but we'll see. I want to see the DXY hold below the 618 fib, so. That was my first target. I expect a little bit of a pullback. He got one overnight. The question is, will you see like a little bit of a double top on the DXY to come back down today? Or I still think you're eventually coming to the 786, right? I still think you're coming up to like this 104.59 to take this big move down, feel that inequality in the chart, and then bring it back down. But I still think you got a little bit higher than the DXY. The question is, will it be today? Or will the DXY pull back first to come back up later, right? That's obviously the big question we got going on today, my friends, as we got a couple FOMC speakers coming out today. Let me see what you guys are saying. $1,000 weekly candle coming for ETH soon. Rodney, give me that $1,000 weekly candle. I'd take that all day. All freaking day. First, we gotta swim through the little bit of this FUD right now. There's a little bit of the pullback FUD. Actually, I shouldn't say FUD. It's not really FUD. To be honest, a lot of things look like they should have a pullback, but we know crypto sometimes. Sometimes they don't want to do no pullback, right? They say, hold up. I see the bearish divs. I see the overbought, right, on every indicator, but I don't give a shit about that. You know, but anyways, I'm watching this downtrend of resistance for Bitcoin. You are flirting with it right now. You're flirting, right? This downtrend of resistance is like that girl in middle school, right? You guys weren't kissing yet. You were just in middle school, but you were going to the lockers, right? And every time you went to the lockers, you saw that girl at the lockers, and you were like, man, if only I could approach her, but you just couldn't do it, right? You couldn't do it because you were a pussy middle schooler with some pimples on your face, right? That's kind of how like this trend line is right now. You can't, it's trying to poke through, but you just don't have the balls to go over that chick and talk to her after science class, right? So we're watching right now. We'll see if this breaks out. I still see this vector candle up here on Bitcoin, right? This one at 23,100 to about 23,350. And I still think Bitcoin has a little bit of a juice today to come back up to about that $23,300 level at the very, very least, which might be a little juicy for altcoins. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's see, who else we got in here? Mike said, Rodney, you said the bottom was in already. Let's see. Don't be surprised when ETH busts a $100 weekly candle. $100 weekly candle. You meant 1,000 weekly candle. Oh, there's Mike. Mike, what's up, buddy? I love when Mike's in here, man. I love when Mike's in here. Even though Mike's a little bit of a bear. Mike is a bear at support. I'm just playing. But, all right. So that's Bitcoin. I mean, we know what we're waiting for. Really, the star of the show today, right? If we look for some entries, listen. Depending on what happens today, maybe looking for a little bit of a short here at 23,300. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not very confident in that because I think everyone and their mother is going to be looking to short this level right here. And you could see that squeeze like you saw. Like, simply see some of these wicks. Whoop, whoop. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin makes its way up here. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? Actually wicks up. Right? Doesn't let any of these mofos get an entry right here. And then sort of pulls back. But we'll see what we get today, honestly. Right now, is there any bad stuff going on the chart? Let's see. Let's see what we got cooking here. Let's see what we got cooking. David said, I'm not saying we're going to moon, but imagine we do, how salty everyone will be that was waiting to buy again. Oh, dude, the salt in the room would be horrible because now you got two groups of people. If Bitcoin just kept pumping and altcoins just kept pumping, now you got two groups of people. You got the people who are still waiting on that dip to buy, and then you get the people who've taken profits, like a lot of profits, like sold all their crypto at the highs here, expecting a pullback to buy back lower. And when Bitcoin just keeps rolling, then, oh man, that would be brutal. We'll see. I honestly can see a pullback here, but I've seen Bitcoin do some crazy shit where it just doesn't want to pull back for people before. So we'll see. 15-minute, it's looking a little droopy. It's looking a little droopy here. Let me look at the 1 hour time frame. You got back above the 50 EMAs, but not very convincing. This ain't too convincing here in the immediate short term. I guess not the most convincing price action in the world. I will say. But I don't think they leave this if they're gonna dump it, right? If they're gonna dump it, I always say this. They almost always will bring the price up. Okay, and it happens to be that there's a vector candle right here. They usually always bring the price up before they bring it down. Right? They never just usually dump it in a straight line before they have a quick little spike up, right? Trap some longs, and then they flush it back down. That's just my thought process here. It is what it is. This is not going to be wait for the bears. It didn't wait for the bulls. True, it didn't wait for the bulls. It definitely didn't wait for the bulls. That's some beautiful stuff. Rodney said there's capitulation to the upside. You know FOMO. It works in reverse as well. That is true. That is true. A capitulation to the upside can sometimes be more painful than a capitulation to the downside. What I mean by that is there's no worse feeling than seeing things rip and you not being in. There is no worse feeling. To me, it's not that, okay, if you're holding something and you're holding it for the long term and you see it dropping, you kind of get numb to it after a while. But I'll tell you what you don't get numb to. What do you not get numb to? You don't get numb to being out of the market and seeing the market rip, rip, rip. That you don't get numb to that. You get more and more salty every single day. But that's it. But that's true, Rodney. That's true. All right. So Bitcoin, I guess, in the immediate short term, having a little bit of trouble with, I guess, we can just draw a little bit of a line like this, right? A little bit of a short-term resistance level here. We'll watch this. I was hoping to carve out a little bit of like an inverse head and shoulders last night, but you kind of went a little bit lower. You painted some bullish divergence because of that, though. You had higher lows on RSI, lower lows on price action, like this. You had lower lows, and you had higher lows, like this. And that actually caused a little bit of a pump there. But now you got the opposite. Now you get a little bit of bearish divergence here. You get a little bit of lower lows, and you get a little bit of higher lows in the RSI. Actually, do you? Yes, you do. Slightly higher lows. So we'll see what we got. Still building out a base. DXY is coming up a little bit. If the 618 breaks, man, that would be kind of it. That would put us in a little bit of a pickle. That's where you could see Bitcoin break support. But we'll watch this very, 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 very carefully as we go up into this. If we do see another spike up, I'm watching for hopefully some, I mean, you're going to have some bearish div that's formed here, right? You're going to have some lower highs and some lower lows at the 618. I'm hoping for like a little bit of a spike up, right? You build that bearish div and then it pulls back. If this just rips through though to the 786, oh Lord. We're in for a little bit of, it's probably because Pal's laying the hammer down on us today. Laying the absolute God handle down. Anyways, Let's see, we got fetch up there. Yeah, let's get off Bitcoin. Bitcoin's fun. Bitcoin's cool. We know what we're watching on Bitcoin. ETH, still in this little bit of a falling wedge, right? I like ETH here, okay? I do like ETH here. Basically, you bounced off this mid-level, okay? You got basically your classic falling wedge pattern, which I'm not a big pattern guy. You guys know. I've been adamant. I'm not a big pattern guy, but the one pattern I do like is the wedge, because the wedge has a 69% chance to break in the formation that it's supposed to go to, right? So you bounced off. You just barely missed the 618. Now you're right back up to that sort of wedge resistance, as Dr. Evil would say. Wedge resistance. But yeah, let's see what we got. The 4 hour is still pointing up on the stocks. And like we said, you did have some bullish diversions yesterday that has played out already. So now we're just kind of patiently waiting. Patiently waiting. Do you have any bearish divs here? No bearish divs on the hourly. But you're at resistance, so be a little careful. If you're looking to enter this one, okay, you kind of, I guess, you kind of missed the short-term boat. But I would say if this does pull back, right, down to here again, like let's say Bitcoin dumps. ETH pulls all the way back here to 1598, back to the golden pocket zone right here. That might be a good entry point, right, to ride it back up like this. So ETH, still right now looks like it'll break to the upside. And yeah, look, still gonna break to the upside, man. At least come and wick it up. Wick that shit up, and then wick it back down. We know how this game works. Frank would say, good morning, Fred. Sorry I'm a bit late today. Darn it. I wouldn't help me out with the WFH. Let's see. I wouldn't connection, so watching here with the delay. You guys all said you had meetings that you're still... You guys crack me up. You guys all said you had meetings, okay? Because it's too early. I got a meeting at 8, and you guys are all still in the chat. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You missed me that much that you can't leave your meeting for 2 seconds? Your boss is probably getting pissed right now. You're probably on Zoom with your phone down here going, oh yeah, look at Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. Oh, Jordan looks pretty sexy too. Jordan looks pretty sexy. Oh yeah, he looks sexy right now. Oh yeah. That's probably what you guys are doing. Vahid is trying to pull off a Dr. Evil in the Discord. A Dr. Evil. Like this. Dr. Evil, man. That's a great movie. I need to watch that at some point again. That is a absolutely great movie in my opinion. But yeah, ETH, I still look like it's fine. I like the sort of W formation off the mid zone right here at like 1610. Looks pretty juicy to me. I don't know. Still like it. Let's see the dollar. Yeah, dollar's coming up. So what we're watching for is that if the dollar can make bearish divs off the 618 fib. That's what we're watching here. If the dollar spikes up and make a higher high, which it is doing right now, spikes up, comes up to the 618, we're looking for hopefully little bearish divs off the 618, and it comes back down. If it breaks out, okay, then that's probably not very good. We're coming up to the 786, right? Which I think it's going to come up to anyways. Let me just do a little bit of this. Make this magnet bigger. There we go. Get that little magnet rocking and rolling. I have a meeting in my bedroom. Oh, Kennedy. Kennedy's got a little meeting in his bedroom. Oh, Kennedy, I don't want to know what that means today, my friend. What does that mean today? Oh, Kennedy. You got a meeting with ETH? You better be taking care of her, okay? Make sure you pass her around a little bit. You don't tell her, hey, listen, you know your role, okay? Come to bed. You know, go see everyone else. But Kennedy. Oh, no, that's the sad one. You got a little meeting in the bedroom today. The DXY has got a meeting with Destiny. What will go down? We'll find out. Oh, Kennedy. Oh, Lord. Nothing better than some morning fun. All right, take a sip of tea. I just plugged back in my Xbox. Nice, dude. Nice, dude. You know what game I want to play that just came out? I want to play that not just came out, but the game that's coming out is that Harry Potter game. You guys know what I'm talking about. The open world Harry Potter game. Listen, I don't really play video games too much anymore, but that game looks dope. And if you're a Harry Potter fan, an open world Harry Potter fan where you can be your own wizard, go through, literally go through the all of Hogwarts and make your own storyline, that is freaking dope, man. I want to be a wizard. Shit. That sounds freaking dope. That one I might get because I want to be, I don't want to be Harry. I want to be Jordan in a wizard form, okay? Anyways, let's check out some altcoins. Some altcoins are going nuts. Let's see some alts here. Look at these AI coins, man. This is why I said don't fade the AI coins. If you keep trying to short these things, you're gonna get wrecked every single time. Another day, right? I mean, yesterday we were set. Okay, we got some resistance here at 50 cents, psychological level, and FET just keeps rocking and rolling. Blasts right through that like a stick of butter. Like a stick of butter, man. Look at this shit. Goes right through it, man. Holy shit, FET. I want to see Pop like that game. You would go nuts, man.
What the hell, man? Who's this friggin' wizard? Who's this bully? I'm gonna put a spell on his asshole. Wait, do they have meatloaf here at Hogwarts?
Oh, man. Yeah, FET just keeps rocking and rolling, man. It's like this thing's just up in a straight line. Stop trying to short FET. I don't know if this is organic price action to the upside. I don't know if this is short squeeze. I don't freaking know. But if you try to short this shit, you're getting destroyed. Same thing with Ocean, right? Ocean. Look at Ocean, man. Ocean just keeps rocking and rolling.
Strap up. We're going to the
Look
moon.
at this bad boy. Another one that just a straight line to the upside. You got one small little pullback, but Ocean's just ripping. Ripping. Ocean at this point, I mean, I think you're coming up to tag these local highs here. Up at around 65. I mean, 66, 67, somewhere in that range. This one just absolutely ripping it, right? But back to FET. FET, I mean, just is FET going to all time? I mean, that would have sounded crazy. Imagine down here at 5 cents, you say, man, hey, you're looking at this, December 1st, 2 months ago, you say, man, in a little over 2 months, FET might be at all-time highs. You would have been laughed at. Well, here you are. Can FET come up and tag these highs over here? Can it do it? I don't know, man. It doesn't give a shit. Will FET come up to 90 cents? That is absolutely crazy, right? Daily RSI, F the world. I mean, right now, this is where you've gotten a little bit of a pullback twice, right? Right here, you got a pullback when the RSI got to like an 85. Right here, January, boop, and now you're right here at that same level again. So let's see. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's still getting a little resistance. Let's zoom back out on Bitcoin. It's a little ridiculous. Little resistance on this little downtrend. Via's even bigger pump. Holy shit. You got FET. You got some regular alts too, like non-AI alts. Algo getting that little pump. I was wondering, I was like, is Algo going to come and test those lows, right? These previous lows here on Algo from June and August. Well, I said, will Algo stop being that little bitch, okay? Algo's like that little bitch in elementary school, right? He's like that little bitch in elementary school, right? He's that little bitch that his mom packs him, your mom packs you pudding, right? You're the popular kid. Everyone wants your pudding. But Algo's like that kid where his mom packs him an apple, okay? His mom packs him, some broccoli sticks, and you make fun of him because you're eating the pudding and he's eating the apple and broccoli sticks. But what you don't understand is that kid, that little bitch in elementary school, okay, that's getting broccoli and apples, he's going to be the one who's successful in life because he's getting all the vitamins when he's a kid. And you're eating pudding, right? So Algo, I'm hoping at least, okay, is now back up to these lows, right? 1, 2 lows. This is the deviation point I'm looking for Algo because I look up on Algo, man, right? And I still see Algo is one of the only ones that still has like a daily vector candle up above. And I do think if Algo can reclaim, right, lows, you come back up, you reclaim this point, Okay, you get back above, you hold it as support. I don't see why Algo can have a nice boost back up here to, you know, the 786 up at like 40 cents. But you gotta, don't do it now. Don't get too pumped now. The setup would be above, hold, okay, and then right here would be the setup, right? When you reclaim the support, not below it. You gotta reclaim, hold it, and then we get that rise. But yeah, so Algo is still one of those only ones that's kind of flirting. It's kind of flirting right there. It's flirting, man. Let's see. Cosby. Oh, God. No. In this game, it's just a lot of fun. You guys are cool. I've been around since 1989. West. John West. You got one of the best names in Hollywood, man. John West. I will tell you, you definitely got one of the best names in Hollywood. What do we got? We got an hour until market open. Let's see. ES, stock market. So real quick on the stock market. There's so much confluence right here. This is the 4 hour on ES. Rise, retrace, right? You're back to the 30 EMA on the 4 hour. You're coming back down to that golden pocket again. This is just the perfect setup here, in my opinion, for a move back up. You got basically the golden pocket here. You got the 30 EMA here, okay? And it looks like you're forming that W formation on the 4 hour, right? We get the hit, you get the rise, you get the second hit. Today, and the reason why I think it's going to go back up, and look at this wick on the 4 hour. Look at that wick. They have a lot of shorts that open right there. Boom! They got to bring it back up, wick that wick, which is why I think Bitcoin gets a spike up. But let's see what we got, man. I mean, that little wick on the S&P is looking juicy. That looks like a big old red lollipop, looking ready to get licked right there. See that lollipop? It's looking very, very nice. Very, very nice. In my opinion, looking very, very nice. Let's see. Big Rich said missed Ocean Protocol, got bored and sold. That's always what happens, man. Whenever you get bored of something is when it pumps, every single time. DYDX is another juicy one. DYDX has been, oh man, it's actually I'm gonna miss my setup right before the stream. I was looking at DYDX before the stream. It was sitting actually right here on DYDX. I was hoping it didn't pump for the stream, but now I'm thinking like I'm gonna miss this one unless it retests while I'm later. But another one, right? 50 EMA. See the 50 EMA W formation. Boop, boop, boop. W formation off the 50 EMA, right off the previous lows. Right, and now you're breaking that W formation back up to the upside, and you're reclaiming the previous lows, right? So you got that reclaim. Now, for me, I don't like to buy breakouts. If this comes back, right? If this comes up here, comes back, it taps this point. This would be where I'd go in, and then we ride it back up like this, right? So basically, and that would be kind of a retest of the W formation highs too. So the DYDX has been one that's just moons, man. This one moves fast. When this one pumps, this one, and that's why I'm a little bit upset. When this one pumps, it usually doesn't like to pump. It likes to just pump. So you guys can see on the chart here. I mean, it's just rise, retrace, rise, retrace, rise, retrace, and there it goes again. Another one bites the dust, you know. Let's see. No prob as long as we buy support or when no one wants crypto, then sell in a rally. Yeah, man. I mean, listen. People make, like, when the price is going down, people like to make fun of people when they buy support. At the end of the day, if you use stop losses, right, you're better off buying support than buying a pump. You are. Because the problem with buying a pump is, okay, say like this, right? Say if DYDX just goes up like this, okay, and it gets to like right here. The problem with buying a pump like this or longing a pump like this is where do you put your stop loss, right? Because okay, let's say it rejects, double tops, and come like where do you put your stop loss? Do you put it here? Do you put it here? Do you put it here? You know what I mean? It's one of those things that's like, man, we're just FOMOing in. You know, we're just FOMOing in. Now, if you're one of the DGens that doesn't use a stop loss, you don't care about that. But that's not me. I always put one in when I'm opening the trade. Always. You know what I mean? All right, so Bitcoin's still getting resistance here. Dollar's still coming up. Nah, dollar's still coming up. S&P's pretty much flat. So let's see what we got, man. The good, I would say, at least the good thing is, this is before the market opened, right? And sometimes you can see a little bit of shadiness before the market opened. Well, let's see what we got. I like the 1 hour here in the DXY. So let's see what we got. The DXY is getting back above the 618 right now. So that is not the best sign in the world. Getting back above the 618. I don't have the 0.65. Let me add the 0.65 on here so we can watch the whole golden pocket here. Let me open up this. Let me do the 0.65. Let me add, this is orange. There we go. All right. Yeah, so basically we want the DXY to get rejected in this zone right here. In this general zone. This zone of confluence. There's not really any confluence here. But in this general zone, we want to see the rejection. We want to see that bearish dips play out. If it doesn't, then, hey, 786 is coming, and little old Biddy is probably getting a little bit of a dump, if I'm going to be honest. All right, let's see. ETH still getting a little rejection there. Let's see. DYDX just keeps moving, man. Look at this one. Mike says, I always run it to liquidation. Not financial advice. Let's see. Wayne, what's up, buddy? Wayne almost forgot. Wayne, you can't forget about the morning stream. No, it's obvious. It's the first one we done. It's the first one we done. We're back on the morning streams because we actually got some price action. The reason why I stopped it last time because the market was boring as shit. Now we got some price action, which is nice. Phantom's another fun one. Phantom, we were talking about this little falling wedge. Falling wedge on Phantom yesterday. Let me see this. I want to. I'm not going to get too confident in this one. I want to see Phantom get back above the 50 EMA. Or really the 30 and the 50 EMA. Okay? Because you can see right now, wicked right to the 30 EMA and got rejected. I'm not too pumped until this one breaks back above. But I'll say about Phantom is, I see this vector here. I see the falling wedge. Okay? The entry was probably down here. Right? But this is another one where if it does come back down to the lows here, very interesting one here as well, I think. Let me do a quick Fibby. Little quick Fibby. Fibonacci. Ah! Man, that was right. Almost right at the 618. So if this does come back down, like this, if it does, okay, that would be the entry there. Off the golden pocket zone. Maybe put your stop loss down here. Right, off the golden pocket zone. And then it comes back up like this. But if this can get back above, let me do this. So I would like Phantom, if it clears back above here, boom, I would like Phantom. And anything below here though, it's like it was whatever. Wait, Mike said our morning's back for good. It probably won't be every day, but I'll say that it's probably going to be most days. Most weekdays, you know, maybe some Saturdays if I'm feeling a little hefty. If the market's moving, maybe some Saturdays. Maybe if we're getting a little crypto pump, maybe we'll do it, man. You know, that'd be nice. That'd be very, very nice. Very, very nice. Matic was a nice one yesterday. If you missed the Matic on the stream, Matic was just such an easy setup. It was just such an easy setup. Matic, these previous highs, you just flip them as support right off the 50 EMA. That was just easy. Like that didn't take any brain cells. You were just long in support there, or buying support, whatever. The one problem I see with Matic though, okay, is now as you know, you got the left shoulder, you got the head, right? We got the right shoulder. Now we all like a little head, right? We go to high school. We're talking about every school today. High school, you wanted to get a little head, okay? Now, the head and shoulders pattern is like that head from the fat girl that you didn't want, okay? So, really, you had the girl that you wanted, and then you had the fat chick who wanted to give you a head. But you wanted the inverse head and shoulders. You wanted, I don't know, you wanted the skinny chick, okay? but the fat chick wanted to give you head, and you said, please, please don't give me head. But the Head and Shoulders, you know, decided to try to play out. Well, let's see what we got. If I've seen so many Head and Shoulders patterns on this run up just get obliterated. Okay, if this does come back down like this, you know how many of these I see and they just bounce back up like this, you know? So it's not the end of the world. We'll see. But we'll watch this very, very carefully because Matic is at daily resistance, right? Look at this. See Matic right at this previous high from November? Matic sitting right there too. Sitting right there, just like this. So we'll see what we got. We'll see what we got. If there was ever a point to get rejected, this would be it for Matic. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Like, all fun and games aside, all being moon boys aside, if there's ever a point for Matic to get rejected, this is the point on the daily. Okay. But once again, it's an interesting point. Let's go back to BTC. BTC still chilling. DXY, it's still ripping. It's still ripping. I'm not going to get too worried until it breaks back above the 0.65 though. If it smacks the 0.65, it's off to the races today. It's off to the damn races today. ES coming down right before the open. Kennedy said, turn no head down. Oh, man. No, trust me. There's a time and place. There's a time and place to turn the head down. Okay? When some chick smiles and her teeth look like she smoked 8 packs of cigs, right? Maybe she does some meth on the side, you know? Right? She got some warts in that shit. There's a time and place to turn down the head. All right? There is. Let's see. The inverse Head and Shoulder. All right. Let's see what we got. So we're still chilling on this. Let's go back to Matic. Matic. Little old Matic. Let's see. Dot. The best bear position now is head. Oh my god. Even Wayne's coming in here and trolling. Roddy said, check these. Ajax, Ori, AI. Ajax, Ori, and AI. Look at the AI tokens. I mean, the AI tokens definitely are the move, you know? I know Ajax has been ripping. See, all these are a straight line up. Like, it's tough to even say anything about these. You know? These things are just off to the moon. You know? I mean, 4 cents to 55 cents. This thing's already done a whole bull market. You know? Like, Ajax has done a bull market. Pack it up. There it is. Ajax has done a whole bull market. There ain't even nothing I can say about this. You know? Once again, you try to short this, you're getting wrecked every single day. See the 4 hour on this. Look at this, man. It doesn't even get pullbacks. Look at this. It's just up, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways, up. Now you're going sideways. We'd be surprised if this thing just goes, whoop. No. TA would tell you this would dump. But, I mean, is that too helpful at the moment? I don't know. Or AI. These AI ones are just insane. Insane, dude. Look at this one. I mean, you would think this is on the 15 minute. This is the 4 hour. It's just, yeah. It's just insane. Some of these are insane, man. So look at this thing on the daily. This thing is nuts. 89 cents. Yeah. It's not a whole bull market. Lay it up. Nice, Rodney. Rodney got all these in November. Nice, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That is pretty dope, man. That is pretty freaking dope. That's pretty dope. Yeah, the AI coins, man, they are off the races. Really, if you're going to buy these, you're going to be FOMOing, right? I mean, it's one of these things that, all right, it's an awesome narrative, you know? But if you decide to say, hey, I'm going to buy some AI tokens, you know what I mean? If I'm going to buy some AI tokens, I'm going to be FOMOing into the highs, right? That's the decision you have to make. OP's been another hot one. Hot ticket. I think OP came. Let's see. OP. OP came right back down to the 30 and 50 EMAs. Got a nice little bounce. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. This one would be interesting because this one's in price discovery, so this one doesn't really have any resistance points. I guess you're kind of flirting with the opening bell here, right? The first ever candle on Optimism, right here at 296. You're flirting with that. If that breaks, so you got nothing. You got absolutely zilch. I'm gonna see where the 618 with a 1618 is. Hold on. Let's do a swing low. It's been so long since I looked at a 1618. It's absolutely insane. So Optimism's 1618. Oh, it's slightly higher. It's slightly higher here at 332. That makes me think that, you know, I'm looking at this and I say, why did that just come up to the 1618? Why is it being weird and stopping right here? That makes me think a little bit that this one's got one more little juice in it at some point. It's going to spike up, make some bearish divs, right? And then come back down. It makes me think a little bit. You know how long it's been since I looked at a 1618? The 1618 is a bull market thing. You know, you're not looking at 1618s in bear markets. Holy shit. Yeah, 332. Eventually. I mean, the 4 hours already came back down. But you notice that the trend for this one has been just come back down to 30 and 50 EMAs and come back up higher. You just did that. You could, I still think this one probably comes, just based off this price action, it's pretty lackluster. I think it comes back down, tags this point again, and then tries to come back up. That's probably where it gets rejected and comes back down like this, you know? But OP has been pretty hot. Been pretty hot. You down with OPP? I'm down with OPP. All right, so all right, we've I guess. Let's see, yeah, ETH and Bitcoin are getting a little rejection off their resistance points, which makes sense. Their resistance, holy shit. It's groundbreaking shit. All right, DXY. Let's go to the 50, but DXY finding a little bit of a red candle. Let's see what we got. DXY finding a little bit of a red candle. I will tell you this. Imagine this, okay? Because listen, the DXY on almost every time frame has bearish divergence right now, okay? Look at the 15-minute now has bearish div. You got higher highs. You got lower highs, right? The 1 hour time frame, higher highs, lower highs. 4 hour time frame, higher highs, lower highs. Almost every time frame has bearish divergence now. So imagine, so altcoins are already up today. Imagine if the DXY does this today, right? Just imagine. Altcoins would go nuts. But that would be the point where I might be looking for some shorts. If the DXY does pull back today, I'd be looking for some shorts. Because I do think this is going to ride back up to hit at some point. But imagine the carnage of the short squeeze. Everyone's going short today. Everyone's going short. So I like to go on Twitter. The only reason I really use Twitter now is to go on and I follow like 100, 150, probably like 100 traders on there. And I like to see what everyone's doing. Okay, I use it almost as a sentiment gauge. Okay, not so much as is everyone bearish or everyone bullish, but what positions is everyone in? Right now, it's a lot of shorts. It's a lot of shorts. A lot of shorts. A lot of Bitcoin shorts. ETH shorts. Imagine the salt and the carnage with the squeeze. Why is everyone going short? A lot of people are going short because they think the dollar's just going to rip to the upside, which it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, I was thinking that right here, going into this weekend, I was thinking that too. You got it yesterday, okay? I still think you got a little bit of juice on the DXY. I just don't think it's going to be today. I don't think it's going to be today. But we'll see. News, yeah, everyone's bearish. Everyone's short because Powell's speaking today. Earnings, some of the earnings came out bad last week, right at the end of the week. And now the narrative is, it's funny how the narrative switches. The narrative a week ago was inflation's coming down hot. We're out of the woods. Now all of a sudden, it's like the shit gets baked into the news somehow when really nothing has changed. There's no CPI prints. Now the narrative is that inflation's gonna come rocking back up to the upside. In a span of a week, the whole narrative is flipped. Somehow, even though we've got no new new data. And the jobs report, right? The jobs report made everyone bearish last week. So, as I say, this is the only joke that we want people to be unemployed. Right? Normally, right, in a normal market, we'd be like, unemployment's low. That means people are making money. That means pump our stocks in crypto, right? Only in today's clown world do you be like, I want people to get laid off. I want people to not make any money, okay? I don't want people to do shit, okay? Because I want unemployment to go down or to go up. Only in today's clown world, man. Because based off that, if unemployment goes down, that means people don't have money to invest, which means that inflation goes down. Basically, how they look at it. All right, so this trend line, guys, the daily this Bitcoin trend line, it's holding pretty well. Look at that. We're getting a little bounce off that trend line. Can Bitcoin make a bullish engulfing candle today? I would love if Bitcoin can close a daily, I would get pretty damn bullish. If Bitcoin can close a daily above these two previous daily candles, if you can get a close above like 23,330 and close back above this level here somehow, right? That's only $300 actually. It's not like a ridiculous amount. That would make me super, super bullish, right? You just engulf those two previous days where everyone was bearish and just engulf that shit. You engulf that shit. But no, look at this trend line. This was the pre-FTX dump, okay, where we're starting to come back to the upside. FTX crushed us, came back down, made our little deviation low before coming back up, right? And maybe we're just back to where we should be, right? We're just basically back up in this trend line, and now we're just holding this, right? Like I said, if this does break, I'm looking for 21.5. But as long as this holds, hey, man, I mean, you're just kind of continuing a trend you were doing before the big FTX saga, fiasco, bear trap, whatever you want to call it, you know? So, we'll see what happens here. I mean, the bearish div, I'll say it about this. The bearish divergence that everyone was looking for kind of has already played out. I mean, not that it can't continue to play out, but everyone was looking at these higher highs on the daily, right? The lower highs on the RSI. You could argue that it's already played out. You know what I mean? You've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red days in a row. Okay? You could make the case that that's already played. I don't know. You could definitely make that case, though. That's already played out. Doesn't mean it's 100%. We'll see. But interesting point. Need some music? Yeah, we need to pump up Bitcoin. I mean, we got 45 minutes of the market open. This is usually a semi-boring time on the markets. But let's get a little bit busy up in this bitch. Come on, baby. I need some music in the morning. I don't think anyone wants music in the morning. Everyone's chilling. Come on, baby. No music in the morning, baby. Who's in this bitch? John West said XCN coil will blow in a day or two. See John West. XCN. Coil will blow in a day or two. Hey, we like blow. Let's see. Holy shit. Hey. Den doom doom den. All right. Let's get rid of this. Ronnie said it's a bad idea, sure. I may be wrong, and I'll take the licks. The fun part of the price prediction. That's so true. The best part of price predictions is it not playing out and you getting roasted. I've been used to that at this point, you know? That's why I tell you what I think. If it goes against the grain, I don't care, you know? That's the thing about me. Like, last night, everyone was bearish. We're just going straight down, okay? I said, I think we're going to get a little pump up today. I think we're going to get a little pump up. I think we're going to get a little pump up overnight and into tomorrow. Everyone was disagreeing yesterday. Everyone was pretty damn bearish yesterday. But we go against the grain. If what we're looking at on the chart doesn't agree with what everyone's saying, you should actually be more confident in that. You know, I think sometimes people look at the charts, right, and they go, holy shit, man. Like this chart, for example. You might look at this chart. Most people would say, holy shit, that's bearish. A general retail person would say, holy shit, look at this chart, that's bearish. But if the whole herd is saying one thing and your chart actually says the opposite, that's what you actually want. You know what I mean? It sounds wrong, but that's what you actually want. Anyways, this coil is getting set up. You got a nice little coil on this one. I don't know anything about the fundamentals of this coin, so I don't know what happened with this thing, because this thing looks pretty damn brutal. Like, you know, maybe you want me to say it looks brutal. I don't know. This one, it's got a little. I don't know what's going on with this thing, man. Like, I don't know if there was some bad news on this shit. I'm just looking at the chart, but you got a little bit of bullish dip. You got higher lows on the RSI, lower lows, and price action. Daily might get a stock cross here. This one actually looks interesting for like a short squeeze, you know? I don't, because this is a pretty hefty dump. Something bad must have happened. But this one for a short squeeze, you know, because everyone probably just went short here. You squeeze those mother truckers out. Might be interesting play for a little short squeeze. You know, risky play because this one's just been kind of straight down since, I mean, really July. But this thing, bang, we got bangs. But a little short squeeze, hell yeah. I wouldn't mind this. I would not mind this at all. All right, let's see what we got. Bitcoin's still just chilling. I haven't been by in a while. Jordan looking like he's been pushing up some weight. Papa Nolly, what's up, buddy? Hopefully you come in back. Papa Nolly, it's good to see you, man. Good to see you, Papa Nolly. Sergio in this bitch. He said George hit the snooze button. No, George only gets up at 9:15. He only gets up at 9:15, then he hops on the stream. That's little old Georgie. Little Georgie. Let's see. Any alts do anything? Looks like DYDX, man. I wanted to get on this one. I wanted to get back in on DYDX, but unfortunately, it's gonna leave me in. It's gonna leave me in the dust. I know it's gonna leave me in the dust at this point. I know it is, and that's okay. You know, sometimes you miss the trade that you want, but there's always listen. There's a million There's 21,000 altcoins now. There's always a chart. If you never think you can find a setup because you missed the one that you missed, there's always a damn setup. Let's see what we got. Litecoin. Ah, man. Litecoin's been flirting with this $100 resistance point. I will say this, right? Litecoin's kind of a boring one, you know, but it's not going to be. The Litecoin halving is upon us, man. Now we're only 4 months into the Litecoin halving. And you guys remember what happened the last Litecoin halving? You guys remember this bad boy right here happened during the last Litecoin halving. Bada bing, bada boom. Actually, no, that wasn't it. This was it. Right here. Boom. In the middle of a bear market. Bop. So you've done this. Okay. Litecoin, really, if Litecoin smacks these lows, previous lows, man, I think this one's going to have a bang all the way back up. I could see something a little crazy. I could see like an insta pump back up to like 150 on Litecoin. I like Litecoin on the bigger time frames, the bigger juicy time frames, you know. Let's see, the graph, pump song and coming. The graph. I haven't looked at a graph chart and man, when's the last time I looked at the graph? The graph. Let's see. Holy shiza. Finally, the graph's doing something. The graph, I remember the graph. We used to make fun of the graph back in the day. We used to say the graph is like the stable coin of crypto. Look at the graph, man. Nice, dude. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Proud of the graph, man. The graph's going nuts, actually. This thing, another one that's up 4x from the lows, man. The graph. Coming out of nowhere. It's coming in hot. Wait, I thought we were supposed to dump today. Where's the dump? Christopher Reed said there are too many alts in the markets. Oh, I agree, man. I miss the days where there was like, 200, 300 alts. Now there's 21,000. Nowadays, it's so hard to look for like, an alt that's like a low cap alt that you think is going to be good because there's just so many, man. It used to be easy. You could sift through all the altcoins in like maybe 2 months if you really wanted to. Now, good luck. Good freaking luck. You're just picking a needle in the haystack. The graph, man, this thing is just going absolutely bonkers. Let's do a quick fib on this one. Let's do this fib to this fib. Man, this one, yeah, this one's coming up to the 0.5, which is the lows right here. Sounds crazy, but you know, 30 cents on the graph. I don't think that's relatively unreasonable. That's actually all these previous lows. See this? Low, low, flip it as resistance. Bada bing, bada boom. This one is bah, boom, bitch. See ya. Holy guacamole on the graph. That's awesome, man. I like to see old altcoins that I haven't seen in a while, where everyone used to crap on, just go nuts to the upside. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see. What do you think about Cody? Cody is interesting ADA play. If you're bullish on ADA, you're bullish on Cody, I guess. Cody, I like the reclaim here. Actually, Cody looks, this one looks baller on the daily. This one looks baller on the daily. Like, this is my setup, right? If this was a 4-hour chart, I'd be like, holy shit, I'm going long. You know? This is literally my setup here. Why is this my setup? You have your lows, okay? You deviated the lows. You came back in to the range. Now you're holding that previous lows and you're flipping it as support. And you actually came back down to the 30 EMA on the daily. After breaking out of 1, 2 resistance points, right? So Cody, this one looks baller, man. This one looks pretty dope. This is one of the best daily charts. This one gets me a little heebie-jeebie. I might have to go into this one. Shit. I gotta save this one. Hold up. We gotta save Cody on here, man. Hold up. Hold up. Alright, we're gonna save that one for later. But, this one looks pretty dope. Let's see. Man. It's probably right at... it's flirting. It's flirting with the local downtrend. And it's coiling up for some type of move. This one, you got to think it's going to break to the upside. I mean, the trend's up. You got to think it's going to break up. But we'll see. We'll see. This one's more of a daily play. If it dumps on the 1 hour, okay, whatever. But the daily play on this one just looks sexy. Sexy. Wes said, bro, I told you always about Cody and audio. You did always tell me about Cody and audio. You did, Wes. You did. Now might be my entry point. This might be the point where I'm like, you've gotten a little bit of pullback on the daily. You pulled back a pretty good amount, actually. Is it my 20% rule? Yeah, you pulled back 26%. Hell yeah. I might have to get a little Cody in this bitch. You know, for a little swing trade to the upside. No, but I'm looking for at least for the top of the range. 13 cents. If it breaks that, 19. These previous lows here. Mark that off. Boom. Like this. Jordan saves Cody, then it pumps. Oh, man. But that was a good one, man. Man. What's audio? Yeah, what's audio up to us? I haven't seen audio in a hot minute. What's audio been up to? Let's see. Audio. Ooh, this one came back down to reset. This one's, I guess, let's see. This one actually looks fine for now. There's no bearish div on the daily. 4-hour time frame. This one doesn't look as sexy. Not as sexy to me. It doesn't look like, this one doesn't look like the, the girl in middle school. You know, it doesn't look like this one. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at those curves. The curves are just the wrong way. Flip those curves upside down. Come on, baby. Now, some of you guys might say, okay, but Jordan, it might look like a little cup and handle pattern, maybe. Right? Whoop, whoop. Cup and handle. A cup and handle. I've always said this. One time I'm going to do this. Give me a chart. I'll show you cup and handle. Knuckle buster. Knuckle buster is busting those knuckles. Knucklebuster, you remember back in the day, the first time I saw your name, I was like, dude, is your name Knucklebuster? You must be effing people up, man. And your picture is literally the knuckle thing when you punch people in the face. I'm not effing with Knucklebuster. Knucklebuster is going to come in here and bust me up, dude. It's going to bust me up. Let's see. Let's see. When Lambo. What's the DXY doing right now, by the way? DXY is still seeing this 15-minute divergence play out a little bit. Nothing crazy. Stock market coming back down. I want to see if the stock market can now hold this golden pocket again for a nice little W formation off the 618. We'll see what happens with that. Bitcoin kind of just holding here at 23K. Holding the line at 23K. Uncle Buster said, I'm a kitty cat inside. I hope so, man. I hope so. It'd be scaring people if you call yourself Knucklebuster, right? And you're just effing people up outside, you know? You just pa, 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 just effing people up. You know? Let's see. Tonight, guys, since we're doing some memberships, we'll do a nice membership giveaway tonight on the stream. For everyone that's watching outside the chat. The more, I will say this in the chat, the more you interact with the stream, okay, liking it, right, typing in the chat, the more often you are to win the membership giveaway. So we'll do 5. We'll do 5 of them tonight. We'll give away 5 of them tonight. So make sure you're there tonight. But I think I'm gonna call a stream tonight, guys. Not tonight. Today. I'm so used to streaming just at night. I'm gonna call it a stream here this morning. We got market open up in 30 minutes. Watch the DXY today. It's going to tell you all you need to know, right? If the DX, like I said, it's at the 618, it's at the golden pocket zone. You got to respect the golden pocket until it breaks. You got bearish dips on the 4-hour, 1-hour, 15-minute. Let's see what happens here. If the dollar dumps, I'm telling you, Bitcoin and these altcoins are going to go nuts to the upside. Same deal. If it breaks the 618 and it comes up, they're gonna dump. That's all. I'm telling you. That's all you need to watch today. This is a very, very critical position. Either one can happen. Okay. Either one can happen. Make sure you know that. I think you're gonna see a move up before you see a move down. Okay. I'm gonna continue to say that. But let's let it play out. Let's see what happens later. All right. I'll catch you guys at 7 p.m. Let's get busy. Take it easy. The only thing I need to do, don't panic sell your crypto. Most people don't panic sell your crypto, but don't be afraid to take profits on any pumps. Don't let anyone tell you to be diamond hands, because diamond hands can get you wrecked. Later. Peace. Catch you later, guys. See ya. But before we go, here you go. Later. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure you press the subscribe button, by the way. If you're new, smack the subscribe button. I always forget to say that. I'm the worst with that. Later. Peace.